Well, hello my beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for January 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your monthly reading for January 2024. I can't believe we're here already. It's come around so quickly, a new year. But January, of course, signifies the dawn of a new year, but it's not just the marking of a new chapter. We also have one of the most significant and powerful transits occurring on the 20th of January. We have heavyweight transformative planet Pluto moving into the maverick sign of Aquarius. Now that really is a big deal. Last time Pluto moved signs was in 2008 into the sign of Capricorn, which rules money, governments, and power struggles. Now Pluto can be a very destructive force. It can also bring the hidden to light. And in 2008 we saw one of the most notably difficult financial crashes the world has ever witnessed. And Pluto will retrograde periodically back into Capricorn, so we will see governmental structures changing as well, and that'll be towards the end of the year, but ultimately it will remain in Aquarius until March 2043. That's right, 2043, which is a long time to have that influence. Now, that can be a positive, but also a negative, so I just want you to be aware of that. Because Pluto's influence in Aquarius will actually encourage innovation, not just in terms of personal development, but also in terms of technology. So some things can work in our favor. Also, there's a strengthening of community, people coming together for the greater good, a desire to change the world for the better and stand up for your rights. Also, there's a yearning for more independence. Any hidden agendas or information hidden from society is set to be revealed from 2024 onwards, but watch out for distractions sent to camouflage these potentially controversial moments, because they will happen. Now, on a personal note, it will influence you in a major way to transform your life, re-establish your power, exert your independent nature, and do bold and daring things that you've never done before. You'll also feel like integrating yourself into society or community in some way and spread your wings to fly. Now, on a psychological level, it will help you break negative patterns to free yourself up from any self-sabotage traits or self-doubt. And Mercury, planet of communication, also goes direct, making for a smoother transition into 2024. Any delays will be freed up and solutions found quicker. Good news will arrive faster as well, so if you're waiting on something, expect movement in that area. And we'll all collectively be accessing clear, logical thinking. You'll feel more organized to get back into routine and make swift decisions or changes to enable you to reach those successful milestones in your life. Now, this is a time of year where you may implement New Year's resolutions or intentions to cut something out or even add something to your life to make it better. Planning and strategizing will be at the forefront of your mind, and Jupiter, planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity, will be in the sign of Taurus. So you'll be more money and budget focused during this time to get serious about your goals with a renewed fire in your soul. And combining all of these elements, you may feel it's time to find new ways of earning money and saving finances to create security in an ever-changing environment. Now, of course, there will be some bumpy times in 2024. We can't hide that fact. We know that that's coming. But the year ahead actually has so much potential for you to tap into. And January is your blueprint to start from. So you'll be reaching higher than ever before, attaining true happiness from within. And of course, it will extend and without as well, and comfort and prosperity. Now also we have a new moon in Capricorn, and that's occurring on the 11th of January. So that's a very powerful, transformative energy to get stuff done. So you're going to be in a mode of doing in order to shape your reality. And of course, we have a full moon in Leo on the 25th of January, and that reminds us all to be flamboyant, but also to be humble as well. So it's about shining your light and letting yourself be seen and appreciated for all your skills or all your actions. I definitely see some good karma coming your way there. Now, you're going to be influenced by your second house, and that's the second house of value. How you value yourself, looking at situations where you've given away your power in the past. Maybe some of you have maybe undersold your talents, or people have not valued who you are or what you bring to the table, and not appreciated your presence in their life. So you're noticing those situations, and you're also seeing when people underestimate you, and you're not going out of your way to prove yourself to those people, but I do see that you will prove that you are really a force to be reckoned with. Now, a lot of you are going to be focused on your cash, property, budgets, savings plans, even repayment plans, pensions, real estate. This is the year for leveling up, and you start with that energy from January onwards, and this is about going and getting whatever it is that you truly desire and not holding back. Interesting, we have the Devil card twice in your reading. I just noticed that there. So a lot of you are looking at your obsessions, where you may overthink in certain areas, or where you've been feeling stuck and truly helpless to change your circumstances. And I feel like you're valuing yourself in a different way this year. You're changed in some way, and I feel like you're overriding that feeling of being stuck. And I'll get to the energy now in a moment, but I just thought it was really interesting to see there. You're definitely going to be in this like go-getting spirit, achieving what you deserve, and everything you put your effort into, you're going to accomplish it. I mean, you've got the Lovers card there at the end of your chart, which is basically the law of attraction. At grassroots, the Lovers card is a choice card, and it's about you connecting with your heart to all the things that you are yearning for and making them happen, making them show up in your world, because you have that confidence and that ability to tap into the law of attraction to make things happen on your terms. Now also, we have the 9th house influencing you as well, and that'll be at the end of the month. And that's really the great quest for meaning. You're going to be connecting to your life's purpose, leaving, anything that does not serve you behind, and really connecting to more of an intentional way of living. That's showing up for a lot of signs this month. And it's really about reestablishing your connection to your higher self as well. You may feel compelled to book a trip away, or a spiritual retreat, or even a cultural getaway, or even enroll on a course of higher learning in some way. Some of you may even be still searching for a course that really connects to you on every level in order to gain new knowledge and to open yourself up to a deeper way of thinking. And I feel like you're going to be very cerebral this month. I feel like you're very action-oriented, where you're getting very organized, very self-sufficient, and, in the mode of doing. And I feel you're looking at the bigger picture. You're allowing yourself to dream big, and you're looking at what the year has in terms of potential. And I feel there's everything to play for. Okay, I really feel thoughts become things for you, and I feel like you're changing your mindset in a way where I feel like you want to liberate yourself and say, you know what? Everything's possible. You're even looking at this word, because they're showing me right now, and by they, I mean my guides. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. They're showing me the word impossible, and it's like I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. You've actually got the Queen of Swords there, but I'm seeing the Queen of Swords like cut through the word impossible and making it I'm possible. So I feel this is almost like your mantra this year, and I feel it's a very powerful one indeed. Now, your first card there, male or female, this is not a gender-specific reading, but you got the Empress energy, and of course, that's all about value. And when you've got the Devil card here as well in the Hangman, I feel some of you are taking stock and looking at areas where you feel tempted to pick something that may not be healthy for you in life, whether it's a food substance or a situation or a person. I feel like you're really looking at things in order to nourish yourself and choose the healthier option as you move through the month of January and beyond. I feel like you're doing you. And I also get this sense here of you being very productive. I would say also, it's really interesting because I get this energy that you are easing yourself into 2024. I don't feel there's this like big burst on the scene for you. I feel that comes towards the end of January where things start to really pick up for you, and there's this big like go-getting energy for the rest of the year, and it starts in January. But for you, I feel like there's just an ease into 2024 for you, and I feel that a lot of you are like going to be very creative, very productive. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you're going to be busy. You're going to be, really getting things in order. Some of you may even be decluttering your life, and it may start in the home space. You may look at things that perhaps you've outgrown or that you don't use anymore. You may upcycle them in some way, or even, put them on a site to sell and give them on to a home that will love them, but also financially getting recompense for it. So I feel there's this organizational energy about you. And of course, this card, it says creativity. So I feel like you're really embracing a talent this year, something that perhaps you've been thinking about for some time that you have been holding back on. Maybe you've been formulating this idea for the last year or so, or even more. January, I feel like you are going to almost like have the blueprint of it. I feel there's structure here where you're implementing certain things, strategizing, and you will launch something that you're really good at. You're good at many things. You're a very talented, very gifted person, but I feel there's something here that perhaps you've been formulating as a plan, but you're actioning it in 2024, and it's going to be a huge success, whatever this is, okay? So I feel embracing a hidden talent or something that you've been nurturing. Some of you may have even been like learning something behind the scenes, but ultimately the Empress energy is about attracting abundance, okay? And knowing your worth. So I feel if some of you are looking for a new position in work, for example, I feel like you know that your gifts and your talents are second to none, and that if there's anything you don't know about a career path, you certainly open yourself to learning about it quick time, and I feel like you go above and beyond. And I feel some of you, if you're looking at the job market right now, don't get me wrong, I feel like there are some opportunities out there, but I feel that things are a little bit difficult. Things are shifting, but I do see that you will find the right opportunity for you, okay? So if you are looking for work right now, I feel that there is something being offered from the universe. I feel there's a surprise coming in, and I feel that it's like you'll learn as you go with this as well. So it could be something that you know about, but at the same time, I feel like there's other areas or aspects about it where you'll learn on the job. And it may make you feel a little bit like in uncharted territory or out of your depth in some way. So for example, if you are stepping up the ladder of success, because I definitely see promotion vibes here. This card is all about promotions, new jobs as well when you apply it to real life situations. So I feel, you're really good at what you do, and you could be offered this opportunity to step up. And some of you may be like, yes, I got it. But at the same time, you're like, now I got to do it or prove myself in some way. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You just do you, because you're actually really great at what you do. And of course, in every job, there's going to be aspects that you're going to have to learn. So don't sweat the small stuff. I definitely see that you're going to go from strength to strength, and there is some sort of new money or abundance that you're actually attracting because of this move. So, but I feel like you're being very clever. You're doing your due diligence. You're not leaping into something without taking the time to really research it, okay? And also, I feel like you are cutting out any toxic situations for you, especially with this card. This is about nourishing yourself. And of course, if you're a parent, some of you may have noticed that there is one of your children needs extra attention for some reason, and I feel like this child really appreciates you, but I feel like they're going through a period of perhaps anxiety about their future. I feel like it all works out well is what I see, but it's almost like a clock ticking over their head where they have to make a choice about something. And they may be just finding it overwhelming. And what they're showing me, in order to really connect to you and tell you what it is I'm seeing, it's almost like, when a child is up for an exam, or this is an important year where they are going to do something, or they have to choose what they're going to study in order to go on to what they want to do long term. It just feels very overwhelming. And it's like this child or student may feel like it's all or nothing, but I feel your gentle guidance will show them that actually, just be you, do your best, and they're going to thrive. They're actually going to be very, very successful. But I get this sense that you pacify them and let them know that it's okay, that they don't need to put the pressure on. Now, also, some of you, if you don't have children, I definitely get a sense here that also some of you are looking at time in a different way this year. And it starts in January, where you're looking at things that waste your time, procrastination. I feel like you are really getting clear on those areas of your life where you feel like you spend too long doing something that perhaps is not time well spent. So for example, and I'm just throwing an example out here, and I'm guilty of this myself, if you're scrolling through like reels on internet, of course we need that downtime to be able to check out really exciting or funny things online, as you put it's almost like, how can I put that? It's a bit of a breath of fresh air, to like take some time out, right? But if you find that you are wasting like hours on end on it, I feel like you're changing the narrative a little bit, where you're actually spending more time in nature, or you're getting, cozy with a good book, or you're actually spending time with people that you really care about and having conversations is what I see there. So I feel like you're just shifting the way that you use time, and it starts in January. So some of you may have actually promised yourself that you're not going to waste time. You're actually going to, for example, spend like 20 minutes on watching reels instead of hours, or, you may even say, I'm going to watch TV for 1 hour, and I'm going to be very choosy about what I watch, and then I'm going to get clear on decluttering my closet, or I'm going to get out there and learn something new, maybe open yourself up to learning a language, or even picking up a new hobby. And I feel these are all intentions that I feel are coming to the forefront in January for you. Now, also, we've got the Hangman, and this can feel like as you move into 2024, there's this energy of like being a little bit in limbo, like how is 2024 going to be any different from 2023? And I feel the Devil card is like some of you are going to be confronted with your old patterns, okay? Things that you fall into naturally. Sometimes we all feel compelled to make a New Year's resolution or an intention, and we want to stick to it, and you may be tempted. So for example, if you're like, I'm going to only have 1 coffee a day as opposed to 5, you may like feel tempted throughout the day, like you need something. But I feel with your overarching energy, I feel like you nourish yourself and put your own needs first, and you have the willpower to override that temptation. But I feel like you're really looking at temptation as you move through the month of January. And I feel this could also be patterns with people. So if you tend to, give your power away sometimes, or, you do not use your voice in some situations, I feel like you're changing the script, and I feel like you're not allowing, old patterns to resurface. I feel like you're very conscious about that in the month of January in particular. Now, of course, the Hangman is a very important card because it's like a time to end old ways and release restrictions that are holding you back in life. And it's, covering the Devil card. Okay, so the Devil card is all about restrictions and illusions, or fear, or low self-confidence, or even obsession and control. So I definitely see that you've been learning a lot about yourself and the patterns that you fall into sometimes, and how it makes you feel. And if it makes you feel lethargic, or it makes you feel that there's an element of toxicity, whether it's a food substance, a person, or even an environment, I feel like you're saying, no, I'm not allowing myself to dwell in this energy. And I feel like you're taking the power back. And it starts in January, and it will actually extend throughout the rest of the year. Now, the Devil card, it's not an evil card, okay? It's actually a card that helps us on our journey to identify where we feel truly helpless to change our situation, okay? And I feel it extends from your confidence. Okay, I definitely get a sense here that you are, especially with your second house, valuing yourself more and looking at what you bring to the table of life, okay? We don't have to bring anything to the table of life. You just naturally do it. And I feel that you're not allowing anyone to underestimate you, undervalue you, or even like try to make you stay in your lane. You're living life on your own terms. And I feel with the Devil card here, it's an energy of obsession as well. So I feel some of you may even like notice where you start to get really obsessive about one thing and then suddenly get obsessive about another thing. So for example, you know, if you're starting like a New Year's resolution where you're going to get into the gym and you're going to be doing exercise, I feel like you could obsessively go towards that, and that could do more harm than good. For example, you know, you could burn yourself out. Equally, you know, if, for example, you decide that you're going to cut something out completely in your life, I feel the temptation could be greater. So some of you may think about actually, you know, in moderation, trying to wean yourself off something or cut something out slowly, because I feel like there's a slower energy about you at the beginning of January, but as you move through the month, suddenly there's a cut, and I feel you leave this thing or this person or this situation completely behind. Now, I mean, the fact that you've got double cards in both decks, you've got the Hangman twice and the Devil card twice, I really feel like you are like breaking old habits and, you know, releasing things that don't feel good or don't make you feel good, that make you feel lethargic or make you feel stagnant in some way. And, you know, this Surrender card, it's in the Resistance position, like you got it in the reverse. So I feel like there's something here where you felt was a missed opportunity in 2023 that perhaps you had wanted to accomplish, but you didn't. That comes right back around in 2024 and you get your goal. Whatever it is that you're hoping for, you make it happen. So I definitely see that you're not waiting and you're not waiting for permission. It's almost like you've given yourself permission to be that visionary, that, you know, creator, that passionate warrior that you are, and you're going out there and you're making it happen. Now, of course, we're all aware that life can sometimes be a bit of a maze. We take a path and suddenly there's a dead end and we have to take a little bit of a plot twist and either return to something or find an alternative route. Well, I feel like you're going to do a lot of finding an alternative approach to all areas of your life, and it's going to be exciting. It's actually going to be really fun. And I mean, the Hangman actually puts himself on the tree of life to see things from a different viewpoint. So there is learning, and there's often the sun behind the Hangman's head, and you've got the sun as your final card. So I feel like you're searching for something, you know, that missing piece or that missing ingredient that you feel has been off or not present for some time. Whether that's your freedom, whether that's, you know, adventure, whether that's more money, whatever it is, I feel like you're going to find that missing piece. And it starts with January, so I definitely see that you're going to accomplish it. The Four of Cups, I feel some of you, especially with the Four of Cups in this position, it's actually quite exciting because if you've been feeling unfulfilled, there's a surprise coming in January for you where you get a new opportunity. You may even change an outlook or a direction, and the universe is supporting this in some way. It's a vision becoming a reality. This is also a card that indicates dreaming of the best, you know, abundant opportunity, and it will flow towards you. And I feel that you're going to feel secure in life, even though life can feel a little bit like a maze, as I said. Sometimes the universe sends us a plot twist because there is a resource or a person that we need to know or meet in a different area of our life. So for example, if we have a goal and I'm starting at position A and my goal is to reach position C, okay? Sometimes the universe will send us a little reroute where we have to go to position B because either there's a person or more money or information or something that we need to know over here that we're not aware of. So sometimes when you're sent a little bit of a plot twist, I feel it's an opportunity to embrace change or something new. And I feel like you're looking at the world like that as you move through the month of January, where you're open to a lot of new things. And with the Six of Pentacles here, this also indicates the universe like bringing some reciprocity into your world, sending you a surprise opportunity. These two cards are surprises. So it's like your world may have been turned upside down in some way in 2023, or you've had a lot of change in 2023, there's going to be a lot more stability, but also a lot more opportunity for the universe to deliver some form of abundance, an unexpected surprise or generosity because of your good spirit and your good nature, your generous heart. And I feel there's a fairness. I feel you get justice in a lot of situations that you perhaps did not get justice in before. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit bored or stuck with circumstances, but I definitely see that you create a lot more harmony and balance in your world. If you've been doing a lot of work in 2023, whether it is in terms of a career or in terms of personal development, and you haven't been getting out there and being a little bit more sociable or having fun, or, you know, you haven't experienced something else and your life has been just a little bit out of balance, January is the month where you actually completely balance things out and feel a little bit happier in yourself as well. Also, I see that if you have, lent someone some money, I feel like they pay it back. Or if you've been waiting on some money, I feel like you get that money at the end of January. Okay, that's coming through very strongly there. But ultimately, I feel like you're soul searching or trying to shake life up a little bit. And I feel there's this, it's almost like you are creating new landscapes, or you're in some way shifting the narrative in your world in order to make life a little bit more exciting, okay? And of course, we've got shadow self there. And the main energy I've got coming from this card is time. Okay, time being a factor. So some of you may have set yourself a deadline. Remember to not set like an unrealistic expectation. And this came up briefly in another reading, perhaps the Leo reading, or maybe even Scorpio, I can't really remember. But I see that it's really important that if you have 10 things that you want to accomplish, don't put 10 things on your list to accomplish that day, in one day, because sometimes, it can feel overwhelming and we can disappoint ourselves if we don't accomplish all those 10 things because we run out of time. Sometimes we set ourselves unrealistic tasks, okay? So it's really important to go, what are the most important tasks that I need to prioritize? And I feel that's something you're getting really organized on this year. And I feel like you're going to put like 4 things on that list and you're going to accomplish every one of those 4 things. And then the next day you may put 4 things on your list and accomplish that. And then 2 things on your list on the following day, and then you've done your 10 things. I feel like you're not overwhelming yourself. And the Devil card actually is governed by Saturn, okay? And we do have some major Saturn influences coming in as well, especially Saturn in Pisces, okay? And that can be about rules and regulations and being really strict with yourself, especially when it comes to what is right for you and being tempted. So I definitely get a sense that you've learned the hard way if something doesn't sit right with you, and you've learned that lesson and you're taking it with you into 2024. So for example, and I'm just giving this as an example, if there's a food substance that makes you feel out of sync or makes you feel like extra anxious, gives you palpitations or anxiety, or even, makes you feel bloated or lethargic in some way, I feel like the more you have it, the more the body is telling you this is not right. It's going to like amplify the reaction until you learn the lesson. But I feel like you learned that in 2023 and you're taking that lesson with you in 2024. Also, they're showing me an image right now that is, let's put it this way, it's very, how can I put that? It's a very important image. It's something I saw on social media maybe a couple of weeks ago, but it's coming up right now in the water. So I was obviously meant to see that image to give you that image right now. And it's like this beautiful lake that is so serene. And there's these wonderful golden like orbs or golden balls on the water. And it just looks so magical and incredible. It's such a romanticized kind of image. But actually, those glowing orbs are crocodiles' eyes glowing in the dark. Okay, so I feel that you've learned to look deeper, to go beyond the surface and look through like fakeness. So I feel you're taking that lesson with you in 2024. You're really seeing people as they truly are and how they respond to you, or the time that they give you is what I'm seeing there as well. So, I mean, it can indicate that something seems too good to be true and you're looking a little bit deeper, or you're investigating something at the moment and you're seeing it for what it truly is. You're looking before you leap, shall we say. And especially since you've got the Devil card twice there, it can be something that's toxic or not good for you, but you've got the Hierophant there, which means, you are learning, or you're taking those lessons with you, and now you're noticing red flags. Also, it can be that you're seeing below the surface on any information that you're given. I feel like you're not taking things at face value anymore. And I feel that you have awakened to a point where you're seeing things that perhaps other people do not see. Also with the inner teacher card, and I will show you this in a minute, I get a sense here that you're like getting rid of outdated beliefs or toxic beliefs. I mean, we all have them. At some point, we've thought something that perhaps we're not proud of. I know I have when I was, less mature. And, I feel like you are resolving those things within yourself because we're all learning. We're all students of life. And I feel like you're definitely, cutting out anything that just doesn't work for you anymore. And we've got the Queen of Wands there. So I definitely get a sense here that you are magnetic. You're really attractive as well. So if you're looking for love, I feel like you're noticing the difference between lust and love, and when someone is actually investing in a relationship, or when they're promising the world and delivering nothing. So I feel like you're actually really like being super honest with yourself and almost like detaching in a way where you are seeing like the bigger picture in some way, but at the same time, you're retaining your passionate, intense drive. I would also say don't overdo it, because with the Queen of Wands and the Devil card twice, this can be a card of like being led by your passions, but don't be obsessed by the outcome, or don't be obsessed with those passions, okay? Also, the Queen of Wands is a wonderful card because it indicates that you are an innovator. You're someone who is very talented, very gifted, and when you're having a glow up, sometimes people who do not deserve a place in your life try to gravitate towards you, but you are noticing when people are honestly coming towards you because they want to be a solid presence in your life, and also when they are coming towards you for something for nothing, if you know what I mean, okay? Also, the energy that I'm getting from this particular card is overspending. Okay, so I feel a lot of you are focusing on your budget plans and trying not to overspend. And if you need to purchase something, even if it's like a treat for yourself, because I feel like, it's important to treat yourself from time to time if you have the resources, I feel like you're finding better deals. You're not just going for the thing that you see. Again, it comes back to that crocodile thing where it's like, you're not just going to go for the wonderful surface value. I feel like you're going to dig a little bit deeper and find something better. It's really important to recognize that whenever the Fool card pops up, there tends to be like a crocodile or an alligator on the Fool card when there are certain renditions of the card, because it kind of represents risk, okay? Opening yourself up to adventure or new things can sometimes come with a risk. So for example, if you're launching a new business, becoming an entrepreneur, you could see it as a risk. But at the same time, you're passionate, you're talented, and if you have the confidence within yourself to believe in yourself, then you'll make it an absolute success. But the universe will also prove to you that you are a success. But I feel it's really about doing your due diligence and calculating the way, looking before you leap, okay? And they're also giving me a song right now as well. Let me just tap into that. Okay. This song came up I think in 2020, which is really weird. It was either 2020 or 2021. I'm not really sure 100% on the date, but I definitely know that it came up for a sign many, many years ago. And if it is 2020, then maybe there is some sort of correlation between, Pluto moving into Aquarius. But I just get this energy of... the song is actually like a rhinestone cowboy. I'll give you the lyrics they're giving me right now. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me. I mean, that literally corresponds with all the cards that you got. The Four Cups can be boredom. There is an area of your life that you feel is a little bit mundane or isn't happening. It's a little bit stagnant and you're trying to shift that. Also, rhinestone, if you really think about it, it looks like a diamond, but it's actually a rhinestone. So again, it comes like that energy of the crocodiles. It looks like this beautiful calm surface. But if you go a little bit deeper, you'll see that actually it's, like crocodiles. So it's almost like you're looking at things that are fake, or people who are fake, or I just see this things are not good for you as well. I just see that you're just digging a little bit deeper. Maybe some of you are like literally looking at, because they're showing me right now, like ingredients on food substances. Some of you may feel that it is time to really look at what's going into your body. So I feel that there's something going on there for some of you Sagittarians. So I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't know where else that's going. I can only be honest with you and say that's what I'm being given, and I guess that's what they want to say about it. I mean, listen out for that song because it could also indicate a passion project coming to life because it came out with the Queen of Fire there, the Queen of Wands, okay? So I definitely get a sense here that you're going to build strong friendships. You're going to be a little bit more community-based or get to know people in the community, but also you're being encouraged to express yourself in your own unique way and don't overthink it, okay? So I'm just going to move on from that energy. We've got the Queen of Swords, definitely organized, speaking your truth, and words are, your power as you move through January. You're going to be very self-sufficient. So a lot of you may be thinking about being very disciplined and self-reliant in some area. You may be launching a new business or moving into a position where you exert your power and your knowledge. This is also a card of having clarity of purpose. So, if you're not in a career or you have no desire to change a career in any way, I feel this is about your purpose, your strategy, and really just getting organized, to be honest with yourself and get stuff done. You're also going to be making some really shrewd decisions and really communicating clear, healthy boundaries in all areas of your life. So, I mean, the Queen of Swords can also act as someone who is cutting things out. Okay, and they're showing me that word again, impossible, being cut in half or cut like in a third, shall we say, with I'm possible. So I feel you're looking at the potential that 2024 has to offer, and I feel like you're setting yourself off on a really good foot to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Now also we got the Lovers card here, which indicates choice, and to have these two cards together, this is a very important energy of getting clear on what you want, okay? Telling the universe with your visions what you want, speaking it to life. Remember, thoughts become things and words are spellings cast out to the universe. So be very careful about your words and how you talk about yourself and how you talk about your goals and dreams, and also who you talk about your goals and dreams to. I do feel you have a lot of people around you who support you, but also I do see that there are some people who look at your life and they don't feel as free or as bold as you. They actually feel really contained, like they have to do something, and they kind of wish that they had a life a little bit more like you. So I feel they don't wish you unwell, but they may actually, put a negative spin on some of your like ideas or goals or dreams because they want you to try and like stay in your lane with them. But you're capable of going on a journey that these people are not capable of reaching. So I feel like you're going to use your originality, your boldness, your daringness, your fire energy, and you're going to be very passionate and you're going to get a lot of stuff done. Now, of course, the Lovers card, whilst it is a choice card, it can also indicate relationships, partnerships. So I definitely see that you are exerting yourself, being very clear what you want in a partnership. Whether you're with a spouse or a partner right now, I definitely see that you and your person, I feel that you may actually launch a business with each other, or you may actually make some sort of move to relocate somewhere or even emigrate. And some of you may even learn something new about your partner that actually puts that spark back into the relationship. You're definitely remembering what you fell in love with this person for in the first place. But I feel you're going to see your partner step up in some way. Like if you've been nagging your person, and I say nagging because that's what people call it, when you're actually asking someone to either help out or, bring something to the relationship that perhaps they're not bringing right now, you may actually find that your person steps up this year where they suddenly realize actually they haven't been bringing their A game to the relationship, okay? I feel like you've been really clear about how you need them to love you in a certain way, or how you need them to do something around the house, for example, if you feel like you've been overwhelmed and doing everything. So I feel like there's a little bit more reciprocity and balance in that relationship as well. Now also, I feel some of you may help a person, whether it's a family member or someone in your soul tribe, or even a partner if you're in a partnership. You may help them cut something out that is toxic for them, and you help them on their journey. And I definitely see, because of your generosity and your support, there is some really good karma coming back to you there as well. And also I see if you're looking for love, I feel like that some of you may have been hurt in the past and you may have been a little bit guarded, and I feel like you're breaking down the walls in order to open up to a new relationship. I feel you're ready for love. I feel like you've done a lot of the soul work, and I feel like you're ready now to accept a partner into your life, but you're looking at what they bring to the table as well, how they can be a wonderful addition to your life, because you've got the Queen of Swords there, which tells me that you're very self-sufficient. You don't need anybody. However, you may want to attract somebody in order to have that companionship and that, wonderful, passionate encounter with someone who is a soulmate. And I feel January is a really great month for you to meet this person. And you may meet this person at a place where you learn something, especially since you have the Hierophant there. I see that a lot of you are looking at different courses or classes that really resonate with you, that you can take either to upskill or gain new knowledge, or you're actually like picking up a new hobby or something. I feel you're learning more about yourself as well, and I feel like you're embracing the opportunity to go deeper, and I feel you're taking your skills and your learned knowledge already to the rest of your life, and I feel it's going to help you develop in ways that are unthinkable this year. I feel this is a great year for you, even though there's going to be some bumps in the road. I feel like you're learning to establish yourself in a very stable way and really be a force to be reckoned with there as well. But with the Devil card and the Hierophant, it can indicate that you are eradicating like outdated beliefs, or you're changing your thoughts in some way in order to, get the best out of life. Because sometimes we can be our own worst inner critic, right? So, we can be really harsh on ourselves sometimes. And I feel like you're really noticing that and trying to nip it in the bud and loving yourself a little bit more, especially since you have the Queen of Cups there as well. Okay, now, because there's a lot of people in your chart, I will do a little shuffle there to see if these are certain people in your life, but these are aspects of self first. And I feel this is about you being comfortable in your own skin, having emotional security, and implementing self-love and self-care routines. You're a healer, and I feel some of you may actually learn more about a healing practice, whether it's Reiki or yoga or Pilates or even meditation. I feel like you're healing yourself, body, mind, and soul, but also you could heal other people. So I feel some of you may actually take a class in learning, get like a diploma or a certification or a qualification in some way, or maybe this is something that you want to get as you move throughout 2024. The Queen of Cups also indicates, and again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, that you're so ready for more love in your life and you're following your heart, okay? I feel like you are worthy of so much more, and I get this sense that sometimes humans, we accept less than we truly deserve, and you're actually looking at all areas of your life and saying, you know what? I actually deserve more. So I feel like, not in a selfish way, you're opening yourself up to everything that life has to offer. You're saying yes to a lot of wonderful, exciting things and no to things that really are not on your agenda. And we've also got the Emperor energy here, which is success. It's focus. Also, it's an energy of strictness. So I feel a lot of you are being extra strict with your spending or your budget in some way. I also get this energy of you protecting everything that you've worked really hard for and paying attention to like systems that are already in place, like, the government or, institutions that have been in our every waking day that we need. For example, financial institutions. I feel like you're keeping an eye on things, making sure that, you keep you and yours safe. Also, you may be looking at changes in those areas. You may hear of like new policies coming in or new ways of having to do something. So for example, if, you're paying into your pension, for example, you may hear that new policies come in, and it may mean that you have to pay attention or sign something or give your permission for some changes. Could also be in the working environment. There may be like new contracts, or it could be, just changes in the way that you work. It's really important, if there's a new contract offered to you, that you, especially if you've worked in that company for years, make sure that the benefits or everything that you've worked really hard to establish is still present in the contract, because when you sign a new contract, that's a new start date, and everything that went before is nullified. So I feel it's really important to stand your ground. I feel like you're capable of negotiating a better deal as well. So not just in terms of spending that you're going to find really great discounts this month, but I also feel that you're capable of stepping into a position where you get the best for yourself, and you may even surprise yourself at getting more money than you expected. Also, the Emperor is to launch your own business or become independent in some way. So I definitely see that if you are living with family members, for example, and you're wanting to get your own place, or you're living with friends in a shared accommodation, you may want to be a little bit more independent in 2024 and work towards moving into your own space. And I definitely see that becomes a reality for you as well. But the Emperor really is about strength to go the distance, that you're getting organized. You don't want to wait on something. You're taking action on something. But because we have the Hangman here twice, I feel like you're ruminating on something, an idea or something that you're about to put into practice. Again, it's like look before you leap. And I feel you're in a really great position to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do and be very successful as well. You're going to be very productive. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you're going to be very busy this month, and very serious about your purpose and your tasks and your responsibilities. But I feel like you're trying to find a little bit more fun and do things that you love so that life isn't so serious. I feel like you're trying to break things up a little bit. But let me just pull a card on these people. Because if you're looking for love, okay, we've got the Emperor and the Empress here. So I definitely see like a long-term partnership coming in here for you, a soulmate, especially since we got the Lovers card here. I feel like you will have an option. And I feel there's a real potential that you'll either meet this person in a course of learning or where you learn something. But also I feel you could be set up by a friend. Okay, I get a sense here that there's people who see if you're single, they're like, why are you single? You're awesome. You know, so I feel like there could be an event that you are invited to, and, you know, you meet a person through people you already know, or this new person, you meet them at a class of learning and they actually know someone that you know. So I feel like there's some sort of connection there as well. And if you're in a high-level commitment with somebody, I feel you and your person are just looking at cutting back in certain areas of your life, like things are not good for you. And I feel like you're implementing a little bit more adventure and, you know, a little bit more fun. But you may be strict with a budget or something in order to save for that adventure. And I feel that you go to a place where there's a lot of culture, a lot of learning, a lot of soaking up exciting opportunities. And some of you may go to a place where you feel, actually, I want to live here one time, or I want to, in the future, I want to move here long time. So I just get this energy of long-term, like, move. So something you may be contemplating. Now, we do have that Five of Pentacles there. The Five of Pentacles is to use the resources that you've got, and there may be difficulties or shortages, and you may have gone through some hard times or something that you're struggling with, but you're taking action on it, okay? You're taking action on it, and I get this sense here with this King of Wands that you are, you know, taking authority, you're influencing your circumstances, and I feel that you are, you know, cutting it out, closing it off. So again, the Five of Pentacles can be something that you've struggled with, something that perhaps is tempting because you got the Devil card twice there. I feel like you're really looking at it. Also, if you're worried about money, some of you may be launching a side hustle, or you've got an idea for it. It's going to be very lucrative. It's going to bring in more finances for you. Also, if you're going for an interview, okay, I definitely get a sense here, don't draw attention to your weaknesses, because what you feel are your weaknesses are actually strengths to some people. So I feel it's very important to recognize that you're really awesome at what you do. And I get a sense here, some people may actually consider you overqualified, especially if you're looking for a position, and you may have to take like a position where they offer you lower money, but I get a sense here you negotiate a better deal. You value what skill set you have, and I feel you influence your circumstances and be bold and daring and have the courage to say, actually, I value what I have, and, you know, I'm taking the initiative to say, I think, you know, I'm looking for this amount, and always ask for a little bit more than you're hoping for, because they'll try and negotiate you down. But I feel like, you know, you will get a better deal long term. If some of you have been a little bit unwell, or you felt depleted in your energy, or you're looking at things that drain you, I feel like you're finding a little bit more balance in your world. I feel like you're getting to bed earlier, or you're actually looking at food substances, or even people, or even things that you watch. You know, there's certain things I love to watch, but they drain my energy and they make me feel anxious or nervous, or, you know, and, you know, you got to really look at that because it changes your vibration. And I feel, you know, I've also started to look at those things and think, you know what, maybe I need to avoid that because, you know, I'm not ignoring it. I'm aware of it, but at the same time, I don't want to dwell in that energy or allow it to affect me. So I get a sense here, you're looking at that as well. The High Priestess, a lot of you are, you know, really developing your spiritual gifts. The main sentence I'm getting is decluttering my life, but I also feel like you're decluttering your mind, okay? I feel like you're finding more peace of mind in your world, and I feel like you're on a spiritual journey that starts in January. So I feel like you're going to get lots of signs and symbols as well that let you know that you're on the right track. One major one that I'm seeing is 2024. They're just showing me 2024, but instead of the 0, there's a heart. So I feel like you're leading with your heart. You're going to find love if you're looking for love, but also I feel this is going to be a year that actually you'll look back on and think, I really love this. There's a lot of good things that are coming your way. And the 6 of Pentacles, again, showing up for you. Look at the synchronicities in your reading. The Hangman twice, something you've been waiting for, is showing up for you. Also, there's an extra surprise from the universe. You know, you're going from the 5 of Pentacles to the 6 of Pentacles. So there's an increase in finance for you. I feel some of you may be shuffling your finances around in January just to make things work. So if you are going through tax time, or you're actually looking at paying bills of, you know, the previous month, I feel like, you know, you may have to give out a little bit more than usual, but I feel it comes right back to you. And there's a little bit of a bonus as well. So you could actually, you know, see a check come back to you, a rebate in some way. Pay close attention to your emails and to your hard copy mail, because I feel there's something in that you will not want to miss, okay? But the 6 of Pentacles is also about reciprocity. Recognizing where you overextend your energy, and sometimes to your detriment, to people or situations that perhaps do not deserve it. And I feel like you're taking back your power there as well. Now, finally, we got the Sun. So this is a card of awakening, of personal development, of joy, and seeing what is right for you. Also, it's about you having confidence in who you are. And it really is a card of attracting more prosperity and people flowing towards you, money flowing towards you, goodness flowing, harmony and success. And I feel a lot of joy. I feel just like the Queen of Wands that came out for you there. I feel that you're only going where you feel happy, because on the Queen of Wands there is a sunflower, and the sunflower actually only follows the sun throughout the day. And I feel that's you. You're going where your heart feels happy, and I feel like you are not letting life pass you by, and you're changing the narrative of the script in some way in your life. Now with the Sun card also, I'm just getting this energy of power with the Emperor and optimism. Some of you may be launching a business. A lot of you are going to be spending more time with family and friends, but they're giving me these 2 words, jovial rumination. Okay, so happy thoughts, I guess. That would transpire as happy thoughts. But also I feel this rumination energy, something that you're thinking about that you really want to show up for you, is showing up for you, okay? In the month of January as well, I feel there may be, it's interesting, it's like you may be invited to something, or you may be seeing some people that you really care about, but I feel there's this energy of, it's almost like you readdressing the balance. So for example, if you always go to somebody on their own terms, if you're always like meeting up with a friend, you know, 3 of Pentacles there is like people coming together. I feel like you meet them on your terms. These people actually really look up to you, okay? And but I feel there is, in some way, you've been doing something on their terms, whether it's you just go to their area, their neighborhood, or whether it's, I just feel like you change that in some way, especially since we got the, yeah, it's almost like, I mean, looking at this, it could be that with the Hermit energy, it's like you decide not to go, or you decide to, you know, make them see by removing your presence in some way, or even speaking your truth and saying, no, actually, it's always on your terms. I'm changing the narrative. I just get a sense here that you are, in a very diplomatic and healthy way, making them see reciprocity is important, okay? I feel like these people, I mean, they may be like concerned with their own life and they're going through some stuff. It may not be on purpose, but I get a sense here that you're like, enough is enough, okay? I definitely see you exerting that. Also, the Three of Pentacles is engineering a plan. So because there's three people here, some of you may actually decide to go into business with each other, or you may actually come together and say, you know what, we should all go on an incredible road trip or a holiday, a vacation with each other. So you may be planning something really exciting with your friends or your soul tribe to do throughout the year. It's all going to come together and it's really awesome. With the star energy, this is a wish come true, but also it's healing. So some of you may be healing family rifts or healing some sort of situation that perhaps has been difficult. And if you've gone through a procedure or a surgery, I definitely see healing is important. And people who really care about you come to your aid in some way. They help you out or try and make life a little bit easier for you there as well. And the Hermit is a personal journey of self-discovery. Okay, it's about being fed up with, you know, the usual everyday life, you know, the humdrum. We all have to go through it. We all have routine and repetitive cycles, but at the same time, you're like, can I bring the magic? Can I make my dreams come true? Can I make things a little bit more exciting? So I feel lots of new ideas coming towards you that you're going to embrace. You're going to be inspired, and there's a renewed hope for you to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. And a lot of you may be working on something behind the scenes, either with friends or even on your own, and you will reveal it to your friends when the moment is right. So if you've accomplished something already, or you're trying to accomplish something, whether it is a certification or a qualification or even a business idea, or even if it's a move, you know, whatever it is, I feel like you will reveal it in 2024, but I feel you may plan to do it, you know, from the end of January onwards there as well. I really feel that you are setting yourself up for a major win, and you're giving your light to people who deserve it, okay? And we've got Swan Grace, okay? I love swans, okay? They can be feisty, but at the same time, they look so placid and like they're just gliding along the surface, but you cross a swan, oh my gosh, you're in trouble. You better run. You know, very protective, very territorial, okay? So I feel like you are protecting what is rightfully yours as well. I feel like you're standing your ground, and I feel like you don't like confrontation or arguments, but if you need to bring that energy, I feel like you've got access to it. But I feel like you are, you know, accomplishing a lot in little time. So, you know, if you think about a swan, they glide across the water, but their little web feet are going like a mile a minute, and they're guiding themselves and gliding through the water. But it takes a lot of hard work. So people are only going to see your successes. They don't see the hard work that went behind it. So you may have felt unappreciated, but January and onwards, I feel like you are going to get that appreciation and that acknowledgement. You're going to be truly seen and allowing your light to shine. I think that's what, you know, getting the Hermit energy and the star energy is all about. Recharging your batteries and allowing yourself to shine your light. It says, you who glide across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. That's literally the Hermit card right there. Help me to transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So you're going to be looking at the world in a different way. Yes, there's a lot going on that's really difficult, and I feel like you're not ignoring that. I feel like you see it, but I feel also you're changing your vibration to not allow it to dull your shine or allow it to get in the way of you being happy. So, you know, we can see things that are going on and we can try and do something about it in our own way, but at the same time, we must recognize that we also have to try and enjoy life as much as possible, because, you know, it's in a blink of an eye. And I feel, you know, you are acknowledging that you're not obsessing over time, but I feel like you are trying to manage your time a little bit more efficiently. And we've also got Squirrel. Is it Squirrel? Yeah, Squirrel. Always be prepared. Interesting. I only saw the birds. I didn't see the squirrel there for a moment. Always be prepared. And it says, you are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. And that's literally what I see in your chart. I mean, maybe I should just shuffle this deck and just giving you this one card for your reading for January, because I feel that's what you're going to be in the flow of. Getting organized, being prepared, and sticking to your plan and working really hard. And if you think about the squirrel, it like gathers up all the nuts and puts it away for a rainy day, or puts it away for the future. So I definitely see that you are, being very resourceful, saving your finances as much as possible. Some of you may be like thinking about pensions. Some of you may even be opening yourself up to retiring this year, and you may be a little bit worried about it, especially with the Empress energy there and the Emperor. It could be that you and your partner, or if you're on your own, you're thinking about the next stage of like life where it's like retirement, and you're opening yourself up to a lot of freedom, but you may have had to put it on pause to earn a little bit more money, or you may be just a little bit worried about the transition and wondering what it will offer you. Actually, I see it's going to be exciting and awesome, and you're going to do all the wonderful things that you didn't have time to do before, and you're going to open yourself up to travel as well as new knowledge, learning, and you're still connecting to your life's purpose. And I feel some of you may even volunteer your services in some sort of charity work as well. So and that's whether you're retired or not. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. I mean, that was a lot. It was very intense reading just for January, but I feel these are just thoughts and energies floating around you right now, but you're going to be very organized about what you focus on first. I mean, look at that. Your first trinket is the cap and scroll. So certifications, qualifications, but learning in general, being that student of life, opening yourself up to exciting new things and being bold and daring and, accomplishing a lot. There's a lot of merit. So some of you, if you are going through a test in January, you may be a little bit worried whether it's a driving test or whether it's something more in terms of college or university. There's nothing to worry about. The same with if you've got a child who's worried about their future. That came up there as well. This person, they're gonna ace it. They're gonna be awesome, and there's so much more success to come as well. Also, we've got the Archer. So this year, you really reestablish your relationship with yourself. You go from strength to strength, and you're right on target. But also, you're being more precise. You're not wasting your time on things that don't matter. And I definitely get a sense here that you are really focused this year to get the best out of life that life can be. We've also got the Horse. Interesting, because I felt a very similar energy about this reading and Scorpio reading, and they had an image of a horse come through, of galloping towards the finish line, overcoming any obstacles or hurdles, and being a real force to be reckoned with. And the horse, if you think about the Archer for Sagittarius, it's like, the centaur. So it's like half horse, half man, or half human rather. So I just definitely get this sense that you're using all your resources to be determined to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. And life is going to get a little bit faster for you as you move through to the end of January and beyond. So I feel things are going to get pretty racy, pretty exciting. And oh, wonderful. The last card you got was the Sun card, and the last trinket you got is the Sun. But I love it when that happens. I was going to say, what are the odds? I mean, I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, and when I put my hand in there, it just feels like metal, okay? So I can't really make out what I'm picking up. So I love the fact that the Sun has come out for you there as well. And I feel there's a lot of abundance coming your way, but also a brighter future ahead. And I feel January is that springboard for you as you move throughout the year. Okay, so I'll leave it there. That was a lot. As I said, I hope something resonates in that reading for you because there was so much coming through. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.